everybody, Angie B here. Before I start today's vlog, I just have to say the weather today is insane. I think Emmerlich got it right. It's like frickin' day after tomorrow out there. I'm just waiting for Jake Gyllenhaal to show up. Anyway, today's vlog is going to be about Lord of the Rings, because a couple of different people have asked for my thoughts on it, and because it's pretty much the biggest thing that got me into fandom. Sailor Moon might have started me off on the road to fandom, but Lord of the Rings is what made me a true fangirl. And, I mean, I've got to show respect to that, right? I really love Lord of the Rings because it's just so epic. I mean, it's the definition of fantasy. The same way that Dune is the definition of sci-fi for me, Lord of the Rings is the definition of fantasy. I can really appreciate Tolkien's amazingness with his cultures and his languages and everything that he put into the series. But I have to admit, I'm not a big fan of the books. I've read them, yes, and it took me a while to get through them, because I'm just not big into all of the description that takes 10 pages to get through. So, yeah, I'm okay with the books, but they're definitely not my favorite. My favorite, the movies. Okay, Peter Jackson, Kiwi, awesome, cinematic genius, created such beauty with Lord of the Rings, in large part because he filmed in New Zealand, which is one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to go to New Zealand to study there, because I figured I'm getting the best of everything. British culture, the accents, the beautiful, beautiful landscape and scenery, and I get to go do Lord of the Rings tours! I mean, fangirl dream come true! Anyway, my favorite character in the series has to be Aragorn, who I've got right over my bed. It's amazing. I quite love it. Aragorn's my favorite character because, one, Viggo Mortensen is a fantastic actor. He brought such depth to Aragorn. I mean, the guy is angsty, but never emo. He has such decisions to make, but he does it all with such dignity and nobility. The guy is just a kick-ass warrior. He's a amazing lover and friend, and I love Aragorn so much. He's just so badass, and when he gives those stirring speeches to rouse the troops, brings a tear to my eye every single time. And I just really love the end when you get to see the crowning of the king, and it's just like, yes, we've come full circle, everything is right, he's fulfilled his destiny, and without fucking things up too much. And it's just so beautiful. And when Viggo Mortensen gets to sing, I'm always for that, man. My second favorite character in the entire series has to be Pippin. And I've got a little pin there with Merry and Pippin, because, I mean, you can't have one without the other, really. Pippin's my favorite of the hobbits, even though Sam's loyal and amazing and gives my favorite speech in the entire series, because while all of the hobbits have their good qualities, Pippin is adorable. Yeah, he fucks things up quite a bit, but he just always means well, and he's cute, and he's goofy, and he's lovable, and he just really cares about his friends and about Merry so much. Their relationship, one of the best heterosexual life partnerships I've ever seen. So I really love Pippin. He'll always have a place in my heart. And then I have to say, I have to give credit where credit is due, because Éowyn is the most kick-ass person, other than Aragorn, pretty much in the entire series. When you've got a story where there are only 2 female characters, I mean, really, Tolkien, 2? Just 2? Really dropped the ball on that one. Anyway, Éowyn is amazing. She's a badass warrior, she falls in love with Faramir, and it's adorable! And Miranda Otto just brought a lot to her. I really love Éowyn, and I wish that she had gotten a little bit more screen time in the second and third movies. But at least we got the extended edition, and at least she got to show the Witch King of Angmar who's what. Bitch, yeah! So, I really love Éowyn, Aragorn, and Pippin the most. Before I end this vlog, I just have to mention Sam and Frodo's relationship, because Pyrophile really wanted to hear my take on it. I think that Peter Jackson, yeah, he brought a lot of homosexual undertones to the story, which, I mean, it was already there in the book anyway, but I think Frodo and Sam, their relationship is just so powerful and so close and so tight that, yeah, they're almost bordering on lovers, but I think the fact that they've still got that delineation between servant and master, I think that's what keeps it from becoming a full-on homosexual sort of relationship. Because Sam always looks up to Frodo as, you know, his better, as his superior. And I think even though Frodo tries to show Sam eventually, after he gets done being all emo and shit, that he still considers him to be more of a friend and an equal, I think Sam still had it in the back of his head that Mr. Frodo will always be superior to him. Also, you've got the Rosie relationship, so I think that also kind of helped things. What really made me angry, though, is when I went and saw Return of the King in the theaters for the very first time, okay, opening night. I went with my family, and the place was packed. Obviously, and, you know, understandably so. But sitting directly behind us were a group of guys from my high school class, and throughout the entire movie, every time Sam and Frodo were on screen, they had to shout out, "Yay!" It pissed me off so bad. Because to me, Sam and Frodo's relationship is one of the most beautiful friendships in literature, in cinema. Okay? This is a partnership where they're so determined to help each other and to be together and to get each other through these horrible, trials and tribulations that they have to face. It's just beautiful because you don't get friendships that are that close and that determined. I mean, you say for better or worse when it comes to marriages, and you say that your best friends will always be there for you when you need them. But who can really say that they have a friend that's on par with Sam, who will literally walk through fire and carry you up a fucking mountain to help you save the entire world? I mean, epic. And by the end of the movie, me and my dad had turned around and given them a piece of our minds and thrown some popcorn at them, so that was nice, because bit of solidarity there. Yeah, Lord of the Rings geeks, unite! I feel like I'm kind of a bad fangirl right now because I have several Lord of the Rings action figures, and I can't find them. I don't know where I put them. I boxed them up somewhere to keep them safe, you know, keep them hidden, keep them secret, keep them safe. But I can't find them now, which really upsets me. I've got a Lego Lando, which is kind of ridiculous. When the first one came out, I was in, freshman in high school, and, oh, Orlando Bloom. I got through that phase pretty quick. Anyway, I have a Lego Orlando, and I've got a Pippin, of course, still in the box. I've never taken him out. An Eowyn in the box, too, and I've got a little wee Frodo in his orc armor, and it's adorable, I have to say. And I've also got a picture frame that has Gandalf all over it, because Gandalf, yeah, he's awesome, man. Sir Ian McKellen. Anyway, I just thought you guys should know that Lord of the Rings is like the entryway. It's the gateway drug to fandom. It's what got me into all the communities, got me started on LiveJournal. It introduced me to Hannah Banana and Sharonatron, which, I mean, two of my most awesome pals ever in the history of ever. So I'll always love Lord of the Rings for that. I love the movies because it's beautiful, it's epic, the stories are sweeping, the acting is fantastic, the music is beautiful. Lord of the Rings, New Zealand, you can't go wrong, okay? And I have to say that the trilogy combined, definitely in my top 3 movies of all time. I consider the trilogy one movie, because, I mean, you gotta cheat a little bit. Anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog. Hope you've enjoyed hearing me natter on about Lord of the Rings. Hope you have a good day. Check you later.